Cabin in the Woods. You guys probably wondering why I'm talking about Cabin in the Woods. Well, I'm gonna tell you why I'm watching Cabin in the Woods because the Cabin in the Woods. There's all kind of movies that was called Cabin in the Woods. There's one I watched a long time ago where these people was got got some kind of parasite and their skin was peeling off. I think that was one. But this movie, wow. I'll be honest with you. I forgot. I remember that I had this movie a long time ago, and I remember I watched it. I just could not. I remember that it had an odd twist to it, but man, did this movie have an odd twist? Chris Hemsworth was in this, and he, the Thor guy. But a rambunctious group of five college friends steals away the weekend of debauchery in an isolated country cabin, only to be attacked by horrific supernatural creatures in the night of an endless terror of bloodshed. Sound familiar? Just wait. As the teens begin to exhibit standards of horror movie behavior, a group of technicians in control room are scrutinizing and sometimes even controlling every move the terrified kids make, with the efforts continually thwarted by an all-powerful eye in the sky. Do they have any chance to escape? Well, they didn't have a chance to escape because none of them did. And I think that's another reason why I like this movie, because two of them end up surviving. And when I watched this movie the other day, I was actually in bed. And I had bought me a new TV for my bedroom, which is a TLC. That thing is nice, man. But anyway, I was like watching it. And I said, I'm going to go to sleep, And so I was like, I'm going to fall asleep. And next thing I knew, I ended up watching that movie and went to work the next day and didn't feel bad. But then I was laying in bed and I go, okay, now I know why I like this movie. Okay. But this movie was a trip, man. And yeah, I know a lot of people's got Cabin in the Woods, and I know a lot of people don't watch it several times, but I realize why I like this movie. And it is very different, man. I mean, these people was in the control room, but I guess they had this it was all over the world where they can control. They kept showing the people in the control room being mad at the Japanese people in their control room because every time they did something, the kids in the Japanese over in Japan, they figured it out and ended up solving everything. But they always, over here in America, they seem like they always end up getting killed. But when they was like the Japanese was always, the kids would always seem like they could figure stuff out. But these kids didn't figure things. These young people didn't figure things out, but two people did. And what was weird about this movie, and that's why I'm just throwing up this quick thought about this movie, is it's two people. One I knew is kind of would like be around, but two guys that got killed, you think one of them was around. And the movie just twisted. It was a nice little twist. And that's why I think when it says wicked twisted fun, because there was parts in here where I was like, that guy survived? The one that survived was the one you would at least would think would be gone. But he ended up surviving somehow, and it was, I think it was this guy right here. And he was a stoner, but he was high all the time, but he kept figuring things out. He kept saying that we're puppets. And he was wanting to be an actor. She was supposed to be, I guess, a slut. And then the one girl in here, it was kind of like Pure or something like that. And then you had the athlete right here, and that guy right there. All these people been in movies for a while. But anyway, yeah, I'm just letting y'all know I have to admit I was I know this movie's on streaming, don't get me wrong. I get it. It's all over the place. But I wanted this in my physical collection, and I don't know what happened to my original copy, so I ended up buying it on 4K. And I am very pleased and glad that I own this. And this came out, man, it had to come out in the 2000s, but the early 2000s, but I don't know. I'm not going to look for it, but whew, wow. It's a nice little twist. It's just very entertaining, and came out 2011. The runtime is 95 minutes. It gets right to the point, too. It gets right to the point. You don't see too much skin. And I'll be honest with you guys, the girls in there were hot. That one chick was doing that dance, but I tell you what, I know it's kind of weird. I love when chicks act sexy and they dance sexy, but they got clothes on. But it makes you, like when I look at a girl and she's dancing all sexy, but she's got a nice outfit on, it makes me use my imagination. Like, what is up under those clothes, man? I just want to take those clothes off. Instead of just looking at somebody and seeing them butt naked, it makes you use your imagination. And when she was dancing sexy, she looked sexy while she was dancing because she had these shorts on, but she didn't show everything. It's hard to explain, but when you have somebody that acts sexy, and they're slutty a little bit, don't get me wrong, but when they got their clothes on and they still look sexy with their clothes on, you couldn't imagine just, you'd be like, oh man, I'm a dude, so I'm like, damn, girl, you better, hey, and then if you can score, then you get the ultimate prize of taking her clothes off and looking at her gorgeous body or whatever. So I think that's the part that I like when I don't see too much skin in the game, because it makes you use your imagination. Because there's a lot of women that, I'm Hollywood, I like, golly, girl, you just, whew, man, and she got clothes on, but, she looks good and she's sexy, but it gives you a chance to use your imagination instead of just like, pow, here, look at everything. Don't use your imagination. You can see everything. Look at this. There's a lot of movies out there. Don't get me wrong, it looks good and I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I like the imagination. I like the effort of working towards something instead of just having it thrown at you. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. This is I'm glad I own this, because like I said, I was laying in bed. I knew I was going to fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep. I just watched the whole thing, and at the end, man, Sigourney Weaver was in here, and I said, I forgot Sigourney Weaver was in here. I said, oh, and then these two actors right here, they've been around for a while, and yeah, man, it was a good movie, man. When all them demons and all them ghosts came out, man, they was messing everybody up down there in that underground. They got exactly what they deserved. But nobody survived, because whatever they was trying to keep concealed, they couldn't keep concealed because that last sacrifice didn't happen. So everybody dies because that hand come out of the ground at the end. So I said, oh boy, here we go. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So we'll catch you next video. Be blessed.